This video is brought to you by World of Myths, a new strategy card game where you can play as a leader from your favorite mythology, gain reputation and prove yourself worthy, defeat your opponent by destroying gods or their temples. Jump into the gameplay by clicking the link down below. I'm excited to see you on the battlefield. Hey everyone and welcome, my name is Jeff and today we are going to have some fun playing Magic. And what we're doing, we're playing Brawl in MTG Arena. This is the fourth deck. We are going through all of these and we're making our way, and this is the final one. Really excited about Alela. I think overall this is probably the most powerful. I did record this video beforehand. I had audio issues, like I said in the last video. And so I'm re-recording it. I'm going to put the gameplay from that first recording though at the end of this video because it was just really good gameplay and I know people want extra stuff, and so if I have it recorded, I'm going to give it to you. So Alela, Artful Provocateur. Fork of every mana cost, flying, death touch, lifelink. Other creatures you control with flying get +1/+0 whenever you cast an artifact or enchantment spell. Create a 1/1 blue fairy creature token to flying. I love this Alela because there's so much stuff that you can do. Going wide is definitely part of it. Other creatures getting flying is great. The fact that she's a fairy and a warlock, there's some really cool stuff that you can do with this as far as a commander goes. But in this Brawl format, I think is really fun. The one issue I have with this deck, I think was, first off, I think this is probably the most powerful deck out of the four in Brawl. But the issue is that to make Alela good, there has to be a lot of kind of like dead cards in hand at times, which they do draw cards. They are pretty powerful altogether anyway. All our artifacts in here are valuable, but that is the one issue I have noticed with her. Sometimes you just have a handful of crap instead, which I think makes her really even with everyone else. But this is a very powerful deck because if you can just get out a bunch of flyers, the other decks don't have lots of flyers to block with. So just use a couple of removal spells for like Korvold or for whatever flyers they do have, whatever big threats they have. Hopefully find a Sephara with a few of your flyers out, and once you have Sephara, game's just over. But let's go over a few of the new cards to make sure that just because I've done this with all of them, go over the new cards and see what we've got. So Witching Well, 1 mana. When it enters the battlefield, scry 2, and then you can pay for it to sacrifice it and draw 2 cards. I think it's a really powerful card, especially if you're in an artifact synergy deck, which we are, then it becomes twice as good. So powerful card in an artifact style deck. If it's not an artifact style deck, I think still okay. Scry 2, I mean, it's better to run Opt over this in that instance if you're just planning just to play like a more of a control type of thing. But the being able to draw 2 cards for 4 mana at any speed that doesn't get countered, pretty cool. Bag of Holding, of course, is great. Corridor Monitor, whenever enters battlefield, untap target artifact or creature you control. Can be pretty good with Bag of Holding or Scrabbling Claws. All That Glitters, I think this is going to be a really fun aura to play with. Enchanted creature gets +1/+1 for each artifact and or enchantment you control. So I like that it's artifact and enchantment. Going to be pretty powerful in this format, I think. And it's really good if ever we get onto Alela and have a big board full of stuff. Frogify. This is one of the best ways to remove commanders. Enchanted creature loses all abilities and is a blue frog with base power, toughness 1/1. This is a great way to get rid of commanders because they just lose their abilities, can't do anything. If they die, of course, they can get back to their command zone. They can be cast again. We would just rather not have to deal with them for as long as we can keep this 1/1 alive. If they want to swing in with it every turn, it might stop us from swinging in, but we have a bunch of flyers, so that doesn't really matter. Golden Egg, pretty good here. Just it's an artifact that can create more, that creates card draw for us. I was thinking it was the one that gives us more food tokens as well, but it's not. Animating Faerie. This is an amazing card. Bring to life, 3 mana as the adventure part of this. Target non-creature artifact you control becomes a 0/0 artifact creature. Put 4 +1/+1 counters onto it. Works really well. It's basically what Workshop Elders does. But this also gives artifact creatures flying, and it does that same thing at the beginning of every combat. So this is just the cast version of it. I'm sure there's also going to be a sorcery card that has that as well. It just makes sense that's going to be there. Maybe not. But the fact that you get to do that and then create a flyer as well, pretty sweet stuff. Empyrean Eagle, really good, of course. Shrine Chaser, you get +1/+1 for an artifact and the same for enchantment. So it's a 3/3 flying vigilance in this deck most of the time. Shambling Suit, Power is equal to the number of artifacts or enchantments you control. Pretty powerful card. Mace of the Valiant. Really good card. Equipped creature gets +1/+1 for each charge counter on Mace of the Valiant and has Vigilance. Whenever a creature enters the battlefield under your control, put a charge counter onto Mace of the Valiant. This is one of those cards that I would play in this deck, even in a normal commander deck. Like, there might be some better stuff out there, but the fact that it synergizes so well with Alela, where every time that she creates a token, Mace of the Valiant gets bigger, bigger, bigger. And so it's just one of those, like, it's a constant, okay, we're going to get our guy out, our person bigger, which Alela is also useful for this type of thing because she has flying, death touch, and lifelink. Those are all really useful and powerful keywords on there that is useful. So I just said useful like five times. Anyway, it's useful. Heraldic Banner. We play this on blue in this deck because almost all of our creatures are blue, but most especially the blue fairies that come out are blue. And so if we can get those with the layout, that they become 3/1s with flying that are pretty evasive. If we get Sephara, they're all indestructible too. Pretty good stuff. So Mana Geode as well. Let's see here. Arcanist Owl. I still haven't actually played this one, and it's a little bit weird. But yeah, when it enters battlefield, look at the top 4 cards of your library. You may reveal an artifact or enchantment card from among them. Put it into your hand. The rest into the bottom library in your order. So it's or an artifact or enchantment. So that's good. Sorry, I was reading it wrong the first time. That's actually not very difficult to understand at all. Shimmer Dragon, amazing card. As long as you control 4 or more artifacts, it has hexproof, and you can tap 2 untapped artifacts you control to draw a card. What? So good. So much card draw potential from this. Gonna be really powerful. Bloodsoaked Altar, great way to be able to just sacrifice one of our creatures, discard a card, and create a 5/5 flyer instead of our 1/1s. Pretty good stuff. Banished into Fable. I am so impressed with this card. Whenever you cast this spell from your hand, copy it. If you control an artifact, then copy it. If you control an enchantment, okay, so copy it if you cast it from your hand. So you have to cast it from hand. And then if you control an artifact and enchantment, you copy it 2 different times. So basically, you're hoping if you have both out, you get to bounce 3 of their... is it... What do we bounce? Return target non-land permanent. So just a non-land permanent. So you can hit planeswalkers as well and everything, and then you create knights with vigilance. So three bounce targets and 3 knights. This is going to be a great spell to have in control decks, even if you're just running enchantments or artifact. Like even just getting 2 copies, really good. 1 copy, no, it's not good enough. You have to be hoping to get 2 copies or 3 copies out of this, but really good overall. Workshop Elders, really powerful as well. Let's go ahead and get to the gameplay, see how this does, and wish me luck. All right, up against Mate Oosh. Mate Oosh, bring it on, Mate Oosh. My Touche, oh no, my Touche. Sorry. That's just silly. I think we need to mulligan this. If we had blue mana for the Witching Well, I would say we can keep this, but I'd rather get some better plays early on. This is keepable. Winged Words would be better if we actually had a flyer, but if we need to play on turn 3 to get to our stuff, sweet. I love Bag of Holding. We do also want to keep artifacts to actually play with Alela. Ancestral Blade is one that we can at least get a 2/2 out there. We may just be discarding and bringing stuff back, though. All right, up against Chulane. It's the blue mana here. Rose Spiral, good play. Really big fan of Rose Thorn Acolyte. We don't have black mana yet, do we? So here's the question. Do I go for Ancestral Blade or do I Bag of Holding, tuck away the Sephara for now? This really doesn't do a whole lot for us. I'd rather get to a Alela. So let's just pass the turn. See how much more ramp they can get. They might just play this Acolyte. I'm gonna do it now because of fun. Frogify is decent for Chulane. We're just gonna discard it and draw again. We have to hit black mana. This deck gets so much better if we can play Alela. So they're going to get out their Chulane here. Draw a card. What do we want to tuck away? Let's tuck away maybe Chemist's Insight. We have some card draw already. Maybe it's just Ancestral Blade, but if we get out Alela, it's going to be pretty nice to have. We can also sacrifice for mana of 2 different colors, huh? Yeah, we have Winged Words that we can play as well. It draws 2 cards, right? So let's tuck away the Chemist's Insight for now. I wonder if he can have a reaction to that. That's actually pretty cool. Yeah, Frogify, one of the best removal spells for this Chulane. Especially when they don't have mana to bounce it. So, no black mana still. Okay, hit Chulane. Maybe I should have Guild Glowed first. Spectral Sailor. Alright, that's fine. Prison Realm, okay. If we can keep Chulane as a frog, life is so good. They probably will go for like a time wipe at some point. Or that's the chance that they have. Holding up 6 mana for something. Down to 23. Incubation Druid. There's the black mana. Gonna go for this. Hopefully it survives. Frilled Mystic. Ah, I should have seen that coming. Should have seen that coming. To the command zone. We get a player again on the next turn. So, not a huge loss. But they are going to be swinging in for quite a bit here. Especially if they, like, just pump the Incubation Druid. They can go for some big plays here, too. Holding up their ramp spells. Rampers. Mana Dorks. There we go. Maybe playing the District Guide. At least it's not the turtle. If they turtle and kill our Bag of Holding, that's really sad for us. Turtle. Turtle. If they don't play anything big, we're going to just chance playing Alela to get out more value. Ooh, Smothering Tithe is fun. Go Alela. Being able to just bounce the Frilled Mystic over and over again is pretty crazy too. With Chulane. 7 mana, you basically get a hard lock with Frilled Mystic. Or soft lock, I don't know. Yeah, soft lock with it. Well, crap. Dang it. Oh, man. Yeah, no blocks. Take our beats. Dude, Parhelion, if we have an instant speed way to kill that, great. But we do not. Alright, Parhelion, or sorry, Empyrean Eagle, what I'm talking about. We want to get to this Bag of Holding, but we need to create some more tokens first. So, let's go for Prison Realm. We can swing in, make them use the Parhelion, or we just create chump blockers as well. Oh, bother. Maybe we should have gone for the no attacks. They have they can still block with Parhelion here. Thorn Mammoth. Yep. Kills Alela. Yep. We get to kill the Thorn Mammoth at least. Yeah, to command zone. If we can get out the Sephara, we actually do still have a small chance here. Not going to kill Chulane. Take her beats, block the Frilled Mystic. I'm not sure if we can find any flyers here. Down to 4. Yeah, Parhelion is just really difficult to deal with. Yeah, that's game. Alright, we'll concede. Alright, up against Papa. Bring it on, Papa 71. Pops. Let's do this madness. Alright, keeping this. We have Witching Well, which is phenomenal. Digging for black mana to get to Alela. We can also animate our Witching Well pretty quickly. Black mana, black mana. Alright, I'm hoping... Okay, so we're just going to go for this. It's a little bit greedy. This lets us actually play the... I mean, we could just not play that the other swamp, but I'd rather run into swamps along the way after we get what we need. Do I want to save this for Alela? We'll go ahead and spend it. Pass the turn. Wayfinder. Okay. Freeze Halve. That means they're kind of taking the next turn off. Pass to my turn. Smothering Tithe is sweet. Alright, animating, bring to life on the Witching Well. Swing. Down to 21. Pass to my turn. Alright, hopefully they're not doing anything else this turn. Just probably swinging in. They're not going to just walk. Alright, pass to my turn. And, Alela. And swing. Chomps. Get that thing out of there. I know that deck doesn't actually have ways to get stuff back from the graveyard, but it still feels cool, you know? Oh, Krull Harpooner. Nice. All right, we're going to go back to command zone. We're going to play the Smothering Tithe here. Emergent Zone. This also gets us up to the Shimmer Dragon, which is really great. Smothering Tithe with Shimmer Dragon, one of the best combos, I feel like. Because you can get lots of treasures. They're not going to be wanting to spend them on these next couple of turns. Alright, gets to bring out Chulane. We get to play Alela. We need to find... hopefully we find removal. Frogify off the top would be beautiful. Every time he draws a card, though, we're going to be getting more mana. Shimmer Dragon lets us draw tons of cards, so we're going to try to go for the Shimmer Dragon, I think, as quick as possibly. We can also exile it. I should be able to have a chance to still use that afterwards. I have to have target card in a graveyard. Okay. Alela or Shimmer Dragon? Let's go for Shimmer Dragon. It's pretty good. And we put on a lot of pressure. They might have to time wipe or something here. Pass the turn. If they let us draw one of these, every treasure they give us, we get to draw a card. Or every 2 treasures, I guess. There's not a lot of removal on that deck. BRAWL Harpooner is one of them, which we've exiled already. Risen Reef. Kaya's Wrath, interesting. I don't think we're in a low enough spot now that we need that. Dude, we get so much card advantage from their card advantage, which is kind of fun. Shimmer Dragon, really good card, because not only do we have this on this turn, we have them every turn that we keep these guys around. So we're actually digging for lands to play Alela. Alright, land for Alela, grand. Mostly playing this early to pump the Shimmer Dragon, which also has hexproof. Alright, check this out. So let's go ahead and swing in. We want flyers, but I'm also worried that they're probably gonna be board wiping here soonish. That's fine. Oh man, what do we go for here? I guess we pretty much have lethal, so let's just try to draw cards. Pass the turn. Smothering Tide is like the best counter spell for Chulane, and having the Shimmer Dragon is so good. If they do go big enough that we need a board wipe, we can. Like, we can try to swing in with our dragons and then Kaya's Wrath. Actually, we don't have 2 black. Oh, we have black mana. This is so fun. Alright. Probably plays Risen Reef again. I mean, it's a good play. Biomancer's familiar. Good stuff. Let's go ahead and draw a card, why don't we? Oh, man. The hexproof on Shimmer Dragon is great too. Like, it requires board wipe at this point. As long as we can actually get him with Alela. Brazen Realm. Dude, it's so good. Ooh, and Sephara. Now, even if they have time wipe, yeah, it's command zone. We lose some power on Shimmer Dragon. We're probably just gonna hard cast Sephara.
We only have 2 mana available. Alright, play Sephara. This will probably cause a scoop. Because their main answers at this point is they can bounce our stuff. Let's go ahead and swing in. See if they've got anything. Because they can bounce some stuff back, but hexproof, indestructible flying dragon that also taps down our artifacts. So good. They might try to double block the Witching Well. We actually might be okay with them keeping Chulane, which is the interesting part. This Witching Well has done so much work for us. Let's return it back. Yep. Forget that they only need 1 mana with that. Three points of damage. Let's see here. Just past the turn. We have a lot of opportunities for card draw. I'm not sure if there's anything that we wanted right there. No, they have to get rid of Sephara and then the Shimmer Dragon. The fact that they get to keep bringing back Spectral Sailor is really annoying. Meteor Golem. Bummer. Alright, so they get to kill Sephara. They don't have a blocker, though. And opponent scoops it up. I guess we probably should have been drawing because I think there's a way to bounce her back or something, but they used too much mana. They were banking on getting an untapped land there. If they had the untapped land, they could have at least flashed in the Spectral Sailor, but they did not. So that is game. So I'm going to close this one off here and head into the other games. But overall, I think this is a really good deck. I think it's powerful. Please like and subscribe, all that stuff, and I'll send you guys into the next videos. Thanks so much, and bye-bye.
All right, up against the Mind Killer. Bring it on, the Mind Killer. And they're playing the Knights deck, which is pretty good, so we'll have to be careful here. I like this. We have a bunch of 3 drops, which isn't the best, but we have the mana to get up to our Alela, so we're going to keep it. We have lots of artifacts we can play with Alela too, which is really nice. The Watergrave tap past the turn. We have that 4th mana. And if we can just keep our stuff alive long enough to build up this board state, we should be able to win. And this is just whenever a creature comes battlefield, so all of the tokens that come in with Alela work well with it as well. All right, we would like to have drawn some 1 or 2 drops along the way here. Even more 3 drops or lands isn't necessarily right. All right, let's go ahead and play Island past turn. I like to hold on to Command Tower a little bit longer. It is a really good one, but it's almost like nice to have me think that I don't have the mana to play something. I think we're going to go for Heraldic Banner first. And name blue. I think there's more blue creatures than anything else. Midnight Reaper is really good for them. Mortify also really good for us. So now we can just Mortify. Let's pass the turn. We're not going to play the banner. Again, I'm going to be a little bit greedy, try to play these after having Alela so that we can just get more value out of it overall. Alright, so Mortify, Midnight Reaper. Down to 21. Nissa the Valiant. Oh man, this is going to be bad, which we just found the perfect removal spell for, so that's good. All right, Swamp and Alela. Pass turn, hopefully it survives. Great animation there. That was beautiful. I like that it shows the tokens that come with it as well. That's really nice. Yep, no blocks. Seems too sketchy. All right, so let's see how much mana we have so we can Heraldic Banner. And let's name blue. Which also pumps all that. I think that's what we're supposed to be naming with this as well. And then let's play Mesa Valiant. I would like to have gotten it out earlier. Shambling Suit would also be nice. Just as a blocker. But let's go for Mesa the Valiant. And swing in. This is going to be difficult for them to deal with. We do have a big life gainer. We're going to equip this and probably play... Oh, we have to have an untapped land. But if we can go for Law Mage's Binding onto this, which they don't have enough mana, do they? The Double Striker is annoying here. Swings in. We say no blocks and we just race. Down to 15. They're gaining life every time these knights swing in. It is annoying. Should have equipped that earlier. Do we want to go for Law Mage's Binding earlier or later? Alright, so Plains. Ace of the Valiant onto Alela. We just want to hold up Law Mage's Binding. We can pump this guy right now. Doesn't get flying, but we can swing it for quite a bit of damage. And create a... So we can Shambling Suit. We have a blocker for this guy, or 2 blockers. Are we dead next turn? No. So let's go ahead and go for Shambling Suit. We're going to be a little bit greedy here. Throw the Alela, gain some more life. Swing in. Down to 12, pass the turn. Up 20. We don't get to keep up the Law Mage's Binding, but we have a really powerful creatures down. If they kill Alela, we get to bring it back pretty easily. And these guys stay 3/1s. And animating Faerie, yeah, we'll see what happens. All right, swings in with the Fireborn Knight. We are just going to block. This guy really doesn't do much else for us besides block him. Looks like they're stuck on mana still. Build Alela. Despark to the command. Oh, we don't have the mana. No, we do have mana. We have mana. All right, so Alela. And Skyblade for 1. Oh, it's only in the color. Oh, cancel. Dang it. Oh, I should have tapped that down. All right, well, we get a swing in. This still isn't bad. Oh, that was frustrating, though. Down to 4, past turn. And that's probably better anyway, just to go for the damage. We have the mana to play Safara next turn. Oh, wait, we don't. Oh, we do. What might have been the best just to play Safara straight up. Icon of Ancestry on Knight. Okay. To gain some life, but this is game. I mean, no blocks. That's fine. And opponent scoops it up. There we go. Down to 7. I mean, there might have been something they could play, but I know
Yeah, there wasn't anything in their deck to do it. Integration was probably the best thing. Okay, Order of Midnight, we got this. Sweet. And I'm so excited for this next set. I think that they're doing a really good job with it. This deck, I think, is probably my favorite so far. We're up against Curves. Bring it on, Curves. And we're going to mulligan this. We only have one thing we can even play, so free mulligan. Yeah, this is good. This is good. We do have pretty mana-demanding things in this deck. I'm not sure if I love that. Like this Arcanist Owl, not even play for turns and turns now. We can get out Wishing Well actually with Command Tower. So let's go for Wishing Well. We don't have a 2-drop, and so now we can set up our draws a little bit better. I would love to have that, but it's not really good for the moment. Blue mana, though, we don't need it. It's a little bit difficult. We can still draw. We know we can draw for a card if we need to with a Witching Well. Transformed at his own wedding, he promptly ate the banquet, the gifts, and the guests. So he's transformed into a dragon. It's a sad tale. It's awful. Wrinkled pranks are child's play. My games will topple kingdoms. Sweet. All right. Smother Tithe is good. Smothering Tithe. Woodland Champion is pretty good. I didn't see that in that deck before. With all the food tokens you make, pretty decent. There's also tokens that are made with the other artifacts, like the immolating burn or whatever, and Krenko. Krenko's bad. Holy crap, that's really bad. We do have a blocker that can kill it. No, it doesn't kill it. Well, go suit. I should have played plain so we could at least have a chance at this owl. Dang it, Krenko gets a swing in. And Woodland Champions becomes a 4/4. This was just a really bad start, really slow. You kill the Shamless suit. They don't need to, though. I think they just... I don't see what the benefit is of doing that. They had so much value already. It would be better to keep a 3/3, in my opinion, or something to sacrifice. Alela, or we can make a 4/4 to block the Krenko. No attacks. Pass the turn. Something that can block the Krenko. Hopefully we find a 1-drop artifact next turn. We only have one more. Well, actually, I don't even know how much we have. How many we have, excuse me. A Pollen Bright Druid. The music for this set. So good. Alright, they do get to grow the Krenko. And we're basically just dead. I mean, we have to block Woodland Champion. I don't think this deck has a good board wipe. This is the most I've seen this deck go off. Which, I mean, maybe we just need to be playing Woodland Champion and Krenko. We're probably going to have to do that at some point, because that's pretty sweet. That's pretty good. Okay, Water Grave tapped. Alela. Yeah, and we're gonna say good game. We'll let them swing in. I just want to see what else they can do. I mean, they're probably bringing in Korvold. But Woodland Champion gets massive, and we can't block enough. So yeah, well, okay. I was gonna let them, but they were taking a long time to think about it, so we'll concede. We might have been able to stay alive. No, because Krenko gets the counter, so I think we go down to exactly 0, even if we block Woodland Champion. So, oh man, well, let's play one more with that. One more. I was doing 2 on the other ones because I was kind of rushed for time, but this one I have a little bit more time. All right, Antilles, bring it on. Anti-less. They don't have an ant set actually. This is good. This is really good. All right, Evolving Wilds to find black mana into Arcane Signet, into Alela, into Mana Geode, and Golden Egg. Yes, this. Hopefully all that works out as I said so. Very pretty decent as well. Pretty decent. I'm just gonna go grab this now. I have forgotten in the past, and I'd rather not have the risk of that. Whoa, whoa, whoa. I swamp past the turn. Corpse Knight. Signet. That's exactly the kind of mana rock we want with this opening hand. Is something that can ramp us up into Alela quickly. Hopefully she doesn't die. I know that they have Mortify, a few other things like that, but and then we just try to get as much value from our flyers to build a good board as possible. So I have a question. Which of these commanders for Brawl is a commander you want to build in actual Commander? I think that these are insanely good. Really, really powerful commanders. And have some really fun effects. Banish into Fable's pretty powerful. We don't have an enchantment though. Alela goes down to the command zone. Costs a lot. That's pretty decent. We don't want to turn this into a creature though because it hurts us. Alright, so let's go for plains. Golden egg. And we'll turn the golden egg into something. We could also mana geode and get a little bit more ramp. Prison Realm's not bad. Let's go for the Faerie though. So turn a golden egg into a good blocker. Pass the turn. It has Summoning Sickness because it's an artifact. That's what came out this turn. Which I've always figured is a little bit weird because it can tap still as an artifact. But as creatures, they have Summoning Sickness. I mean, if you were a golden egg that got turned into creature all in one turn, like pooped out and then turned into that, you would probably have Summoning Sickness too. You know? Okay, Signet. Do they have a land? We're probably just going to play Alela. Get some extra value here. Death Toucher can swing in. Or we kill it. Oh, this game's indestructible. Yeah, let's go ahead and kill here. It's a little bit too powerful. Emergence Zone is nice. Super nice. Hey, go Alela. Hopefully she survives. If we can play... Like, we're actually hoping they play the commander. We get to Prison Realm. Create a person. Mana Geode, create a person. And then the turn after that, we get another artifact and Sephara. Once we get Sephara, I don't know how we lose this game. They can mortify our Sephara, so that would be a way. But hopefully we get enough value out of her before that happens and we win. Icon of Ancestry digging. Hopefully they just milled a ton of lands. That's not something they can use. D-Spark is also in their deck. Yeah, so they can also find a D-Spark. Damage down to 14. Gonna swing in with the Corpse Knight. Corpse Knight is annoying. I'm glad we get Lifelink here, though. We're probably gonna have to Prison Realm anything. I'm trying to be greedy and hit that, because we don't have any other removal. We do have Banish into Fable, though. Ooh, which with Prison Realm would be pretty nice. Alright, so let's do this. Let's go Emergence Zone. Any color, right? So Mana Jude. And because we're so low in life, ooh, that's pretty decent too. That gives us the Sephara. Alright, that gives us Sephara. Prison Realm. We didn't have a way to draw a card, did we? Could have played the Animating Faerie. We still wouldn't have had enough. Let's go ahead and hit Corpse Knight. Banish a Fable is pretty decent. Yeah, keep Scrambling Claws there. Swing in, gain some life. Down to 26, pass a turn. So we don't actually want to block the Smitten Sword. This guy. We don't want to block him. As long as we keep our guys alive. Which what they'll probably do is play Conrad and then swing in. Or a dragon. Alright, perfect. So we get Sephara. No attacks. Okay. Claws. Created guy. Sweet. Sephara. Be awesome. And now we still have Banish into Fable. Yes. Alright, so we get three copies of this, which we can bounce back Scry with Mana Geode, maybe? Scrambling Claws. Alright, let's go ahead and banish this. Oh, I should have bounced this one. It was showing that I got an extra copy. Oh, that was just the... I should have hit Icon of Ancestry. That was really silly of me. Okay, pass the turn. Yeah, I definitely should have bounced Icon of Ancestry. I mean, it does keep them off of being able to play the Shivan Dragon again, which is our biggest concern, I guess. Opponent scoops it out. There we go. And we got 3 knights down with... Dude, the Banish into Fable is really good. Really powerful. Alright, we are going to end it there.
Your loss will either be a tragedy or comedy of errors.
Wow. Alright. Sweet. Alright, well, I hope you guys enjoyed this series, going through all the Brawl cards. I'm hoping that we can do more of it in the future, but I'll see you guys in the next one. Thanks so much. Like and subscribe, and bye-bye.